So this is the CLAAS FLIEGL trailer pack. This is by htModding, 81.64 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find them in two different categories. It's going to be forage wagons and trailers. Or you could just come down to your mods and DLCs. You'll find them all together there under one section. So first up, we've got the CLAAS Carrot 140 TD, 12,600 litre capacity, 17.5 grand to buy if you don't go for the optional extras, which to be fair, I mean, that's standard one's 500 extra. What's going on with that? We'll get rid of that, and we'll go for that. Actually, that doesn't look right at all. So standard one in white is your base version, although the standard base version of that is 12,600, even though they're charging you an extra 500 for it, which is a little bit random. You can then change the capacity. You can go for a 22,500, 50,000 litre, 100,000 litre, and then back to your 12.6. 100,000 litres. I mean, that's not a long trailer, so that is all right indeed. You got your wheel brands, you got your Trelleborg, Michelin, BKT, Raderstein, and then Trelleborg again. And you got a couple of different versions on the go in there. I mean, the wide tyres, they're looking all right indeed. Decals, you've got yes or no. So you can take the decals off. So they're charging you the same for not having the labels on. But all right, no problem. Round the back is going to be your trailer hitch. So yes or no on there. Then you've got your chassis colour. We'll put it back to how it was. You know, what was that called? The CLAAS dark grey. Then you've got your main colour, which is obviously going to be the main colour. So we'll put that back to the CLAAS green. And your extension colour, even if you have that on, that's going to charge you an extra 500. So, all right, we'll go over grey. Do the top bit. There you are. And then you've got your fender colour, which is going to be black or silver. We'll go with that. Then you've got your rim colour, which is obviously going to be the rims. Now, obviously, it's not the only one in the pack. We've also got the Cargos 750, 44,500 litre capacity for 67.5 grand. Although, we can change that up a little bit. 100,000 litres. 200,000 silage and grain. We're going to take a little look at that in a minute. And then back to the 44,500. You've got your tyre options as before. So your Trelleborg, your Michelin, Raderstein, BKT, and then back to Trelleborg again. Although Michelin's is one with the extra tyre options on. We've also got the Cargos 760. Starts off at 51,000 litre capacity for 99 grand. But you can obviously change that to 100,000 litres. And then 200,000 with silage and grain. All right, fair enough. And again, Trelleborg, Michelin, Raderstein, BKT, and then back to Trelleborg on the tyres. If you didn't fancy one of those, well, we can have something a little different. We could go for the old Cargos 9500. So this is going to be a forage wagon for you. 44,000 litre capacity, requires 220 horsepower from your tractor, and it's got a 10 mile an hour working speed for 116.5 grand. Your capacity on that one, 44,000 is standard. You then have a silage additive tank on the front, 100,000 litres, 100,000 with a silage additive tank, 200,000 with your silage additive tank as well, or nothing. I mean, I would go with the 200,000, no silage additive, because I think it's a waste of time. But that's just me. Trelleborg, Michelin, BKT, Raderstein, and then Trelleborg on the tyres again. We have to go to the Michelins for your wides, but okay, fair enough. Didn't fancy that one? Well, we've got the Cargos 750, so we're back to trailers now. 44,500 litre capacity, 67.5 grand to buy. And again, you can change it to 100,000 and 200,000 litre capacity for silage and grain. And again, you got your trailer, got your Trelleborg options, got your tyre options, Trelleborg, Michelin, Raderstein, BKT, and then back to Trelleborg again. And again, like before, you need to go for a couple of different ones to get your wide tyres. Then we'll come down to the bottom row. We've got the Cargos, or Cargot, how do you even pronounce that? The FLIEGL Cargos 760, 51,000 litre capacity, 99 grand to buy. Again, 51,000, 100,000, 200,000 silage and grain capacity. Then you've got your Trelleborg, Michelin, Raderstein, BKT, and then Trelleborg again on the tyres. And the last one in the pack is going to be the FLIEGL Cargos 9500. So basically, like the CLAAS version, but with a FLIEGL brand instead. So 44,000 litre capacity, then goes to adds a silage additive tank, 100,000 litre capacity, 100,000 with a silage additive tank, 200,000, and 200 with the tank. Same options as before with your tyres, so you pick whichever one you fancy. So I've got the CLAAS Cargo 750. Now that said, well, I've gone for the 200,000. So it says silage and grain. So I'm just going to see what actually goes into this one. Let's have a little look. So we can do your straw, your wheat swath, your barley swath. Oh, I've got the tractor swathing mod installed as well. So I'm just going to do those. Put grapes in there, olives, a bit of something else from other mods I've got installed. You can have snow, got manure, lime, and a couple of different things on the go in there. Pig food, stones is alright. Coffee from the coffee mod I've got installed. Right, fair enough. So it's not going to be doing... Well, you got your forage and your TMR, which is alright. Oh, here we go. And we're going to the grains. So you could use this as pretty much everything, which is alright. There you are. Red beet. It's going to go in 200,000 litres. Oh, that's alright. Then if you have gone for one of the forage wagons, obviously the usual rules apply to this. You do LB and X, turn it on. If you're on Xbox like me, then LB and B, lower the header down, and away you go. So obviously forage wagons are not going to collect everything. You're going to do your straw, your grass, your hay, that sort of thing. And then just pick it up after you've done a bit of harvest work. You know, don't want to leave the straw out on a field. That's not going to be a good idea. So standard sort of working width on that one. That is alright indeed. And there we are, 200,000 litres of red beet, which is... I mean, to be fair, when it said silage and grain, I thought, maybe it's only going to do certain things. But now you can pretty much do all the standard crops in the game. So if you want 200,000 litres of stuff in a CLAAS or FLIEGL branded trailer, oh, you're good to go with this mod.